Okay, I thought I'd seen the weirdest corners of YouTube, but then I met Rakoon, a YouTube animator. With over 3 million subscribers, Rocky has taken the platform by storm with some seriously strange content. But do you really think his cute cartoons are meant for kids? I'm about to expose some seriously twisted stuff that's been hiding in plain sight. So, if you're ready to uncover the bizarre side of YouTube, stick around. Things are about to get weird. Some of you might be wondering, what the f is going on? Honestly, I have no idea. But if I had to guess, Rakoon seems to have a thing for animating characters in a way that makes sure their assets get plenty of screen time. And before anyone freaks out, he does label his content as 13+ and not for kids. So I guess that's his pass.
Are you serious right now, bro?
His videos usually feature well-known characters from popular shows and games. Think Sonic or the creepy doll from Squid Game, who, by the way, looks like a child. But for some reason, these familiar faces end up in sexually weird poses that'll leave you scratching your head. Honestly, I can't see how anyone could defend this. Let's be real, the Squid Game doll is clearly depicted as a little girl. And to make it even worse, she's actually voiced by one too. It's hard not to call Rocky a weirdo and a creep for this. I mean, seriously.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird.
What was going through his mind while animating that? Animation isn't something you whip up in a few seconds. It takes time. So at no point during that entire process did he stop and think, maybe this is a bit too weird? What's even more worrying is that he didn't find it weird at all. He actually thought it was fine to draw her like that. And as bad as creating it is, trying to cover it up with some lame excuse might be just as bad.
So the Squid Game doll was basically doing the jackal pose. I did not mean to in any way sexualize the Squid Game doll. I also did not that the girl was supposed to be a child, and because it's just a doll, it's not a real person, it's just a...
Whether it's just a doll or not, the fact is, it depicts a child. It doesn't matter if it's real, fake, or from some fictional world. What it represents is what counts. I'm tired of hearing the same excuse when people try to justify drawing something inappropriate. And honestly, it's pretty disturbing.
I'm trying to do my best, but all I feel that is that everyone is hating on me for no reason.
This is a load of barnacles.
I heard that!
Even though the Squid Game situation happened a while ago, you'd think that those incredibly realistic tears would make people stop and think that he has changed for good, right?
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Well, of course not.
Nice.
And while he might have stopped animating minors twerking, his content still isn't exactly suited for his audience.
Look at me just on a pole. Do you love my brand new outfit? I guess you could say I love it. I am stuck in a rabbit hole. Will you come and save me? I guess you don't need to cause I've got my friends. Look at me just on a pole. Do you love my brand new outfit? I guess you could say I love it. I am stuck in a rabbit hole. Will you come and save me? I guess you don't need to cause...
It's clear that this entire video is wildly inappropriate, filled with subtle references to you-know-what. From pole dancing and butt shaking to getting stuck in a wall. Are we for real right now?
Are you serious right now, bro?
It's obvious that Rakoon hasn't learned a thing. Remember when I mentioned that his content isn't right for his audience? Take a wild guess at who's actually watching this. With its bright colors, rapid scene changes, and fast-paced style, it's clearly aimed at kids. Yep, his content is meant for children. This is the epitome of brain rot content. He's clearly trying to grab kids' attention spans and sneak in subtle messages. And it's obvious he's aware of this and doesn't care, especially when you look at the comments section and see the kind of remarks he's actively liking and hearting. I like how you say this is for adults when your stuff is directed towards kids and it's literal corn. The fact that this isn't age restricted is horrible. You know there are kids watching. Clearly, he's liking these comments to either stir up controversy or give the impression that he doesn't care. But it's hard to pull off that act convincingly when you've already streamed yourself crying on live stream.
What?
Did I mention that Rocky Rakoon has a Patreon where he posts NSFW content? While having an NSFW Patreon isn't inherently a problem, the way he promotes is. He's posting these suggestive animations on YouTube and Twitter, platforms where kids are watching, and then sneaks in a Patreon link, encouraging them to pay for the uncensored versions. Isn't that nuts? And don't even get me started on his YouTube thumbnails. There's no way a grown man should be behind this. His go-to style seems to be putting characters in underwear or making them look like they're being pleasured. If you've been following the MrBeast Chris Tyson drama, Rocky Rakoon gives off some serious Shadman vibes. But one of the most brutal ways to be exposed on the internet is when it comes from someone who used to be connected to you. And that's exactly what happened to Rocky Rakoon.
You were one of my best supporters, and I can't believe you would do this to me. It's just unfair.
On Twitter, one of Rocky Rakoon's Discord moderators, Roxana Rakoon, spilled a lot of tea, detailing their 6-year experience with him and describing him as a seriously creepy individual. They even said they had to cut ties because of it. My initial reaction was, looking at the weirdness of Rocky's content, he's been creepy for a while. I wondered what could have been the final straw, especially since the Squid Game doll incident seemed hard to top. But as it turns out, I was completely wrong. In her Twitter thread, Roxana focused on how Rocky allowed certain troubling content to be shared on his Discord server without facing any consequences. For instance, someone joined Rocky's Discord server and posted animated content featuring underage characters. Everyone wanted to ban this person, except one person, Rocky Rakoon. You can see mods like Roxana, who exposed all this, telling Rocky Rakoon that such content absolutely shouldn't be allowed on the server, stating that it's a sensitive topic and shouldn't be allowed on the server because you could be accused of being a pedophile. That's solid advice, and it's true. Allowing illegal content in your Discord server gives the impression that you're okay with it and might even enjoy it. It wasn't just Roxana who was raising the alarm. Other moderators were also speaking out against it. I definitely wouldn't tolerate child at all in this server because we could be accused of being pedophiles. After hearing these very valid concerns from his moderators, you won't believe how Rocky responded. Want to know what his reply was? I say he gets one more chance. This is not a simple issue. This is one of the most straightforward issues I've ever seen. Just ban the person. Problem solved. It's as simple as that. But Rocky's follow-up response was even more surprising. Personally, I never felt that the characters in that Max goof he sent were minor presenting. I know that Max and his love interest were like 14 years old in the first Goofy movie, but they didn't look like 14 years old in that image to me. So I'm giving Bacon another chance.
Police! Help! Help!
When I discuss situations like this, I usually like to offer some advice. But with Rocky, I've got nothing. He's too far gone. At least the moderator had the sense to expose these chat logs and walk away. If he's letting this kind of content slip through in his Discord server, someone needs to check his hard drive. If any new details come to light, I'll keep you updated. Until then, have an awesome week, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.